was looking for a job, looking in the Sunday Times at the time. I was offered a lot of jobs in the food business to go and work as a manager of a food store, and I hated the business. I didn't want to do that, and I saw a job for a shopping centre manager. I had no idea what a shopping centre manager did, but it appealed to me on the basis of I wouldn't have a boss. I wouldn't have somebody saying, take your lunch break today from 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, or now's your tea break, because I was used to being my own boss and doing my own thing. So I applied for this job, wrote a letter, sent it off, and to my surprise I got a call to say come for an interview. The interview, I still remember, was on a Tuesday, so on the Sunday I took a drive out to Kempton Park. I didn't even know where that was, and walked around the shopping centre, which was one of South Africa's first shopping centres, and then went for my interview. So when I had the interview, the interviewee said to me, so if you got this job, what would you do? And I started telling him, well, I think the steakhouse's windows are in the wrong place. And so he said, have you actually been there? I said, yes. He said, do you live there? I said, no, I went to have a look at it. And apparently I was the only one of about 10 applicants who had actually gone to look at the shopping centre, so I got the job. In addition to that, once I was appointed into the position, as I say, I knew nothing about property. So what I did do was walk around the shopping centre, talk to the tenants, see what their gripes were, and then started applying my grocery skills in terms of charging for water, which I didn't know was illegal, but I did anyway, and that kind of thing. So I think one of the first lessons I learned was in anything you do, you have to know your product. You have to walk it. I call it MBWA, management by walking around. So, for example, we have at Redefine a number of what we call commuter centres. So these are close to railway stations, taxi ranks, and trying to understand the mind of the consumer. So I went to one of them in Germiston, 7 o'clock in the morning, to see what the foot pattern was. What I discovered was not that our biggest draw was Pick n Pay or ShopRite or one of those. It was in actual fact the toilets. Okay, because these people are in the taxi from 4:30 or 5 a.m. in the morning, maybe for an hour and a half or 2 hours. They get to the taxi rank, they want to go to the toilet. Now, up until then, the toilets were locked. Maybe they charged for using the toilets. They weren't great, in great condition. So when I saw that was the reason, one of the primary reasons to come into our centre, we spent a lot of time, effort and money in making the toilets bigger, more attractive, no charge. And lo and behold, the centres became more popular.